All right, so this #1 welterweight contender has found his way back to a title fight. A lot of people didn't think he would get there, and he's made a career of proving doubters wrong.
You know, he carries a chip on his shoulder. You tell this man that he can't do something. Right. He will make it a point to get that done. He said from the moment he walked out the octagon last time and didn't win the belt, that I will be back. Many smirked at him. Many laughed. But his inner circle believed that it was only a matter of time before their guy got another chance, and when he got here, he would get the job done.
Now, some would argue he wasn't ready the first time around. I think that's probably a little bit too simplistic, but there's no denying. He has rounded out his game, he has evolved, he's maximized the developmental time, and a lot of people believe we will have a new champion by next year. Gilbert Burns enters the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. All right, folks, here we go. All eyes are on the undisputed UFC welterweight champion. Future might be in the UFC Hall of Fame, but he certainly didn't want to hear that noise in the fighter meeting. He is focused on the present, and that is this significant challenge against the #1 contender tonight.
Yeah, he's not looking down the line. This is the guy that lives in the here and now. He told us the other day, John, that he has so many more defenses to put himself alongside the great welterweight champions, Kamaru Usman and George St. Pierre. He has got a real idea of where he wants to go, and he feels like tonight is just another step in the road to greatness.
And he's been inspired by all of those great welterweights that preceded him, Leon Edwards among them. Now it's his turn to shine on a big stage yet again. Anthony Johnson, and that means we are set for our main event of the evening. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Gilbert Burns. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Couple good walkout songs.
Ready. Ready. Good.
Well, if you can take Anthony Rumble Johnson to the canvas, perhaps you would change the complexion of the fight, but that is easier said than done. The takedown defense has been outstanding. JUCO National Wrestling Champion, so he's got some wrestling chops. You know about the power. Anthony Rumble Johnson back under the bright lights tonight. All right, early action here, and a nice hook by the boxer gets home on the kickboxer. This is exactly the range in which he wants to be fighting.
Yeah, because it limits the kickboxer, and the kickboxer has a very high guard. So if you're tight, I mean, that was beautiful. Great job setting it up, getting the punch to the target, and hurting your opponent very early in the fight.
Oh, perfect head kick there. All right, tense moments early, and a potential fight ender there.
Yeah, it looked like the fight was over. You know, he's got his read, he's landing, he's hurting him, but it seems like he has made a decision to try to slow things down a little bit.
Man, he got flipped with that uppercut there. And another takedown thwarted there. All right, they separate. Now we'll see who can get off in space. All right, early round 1 action here. The game plan, of course, was to come out aggressively, but the landing percentage leaves a lot to be desired.
He hasn't landed anything. He's gonna empty his gas tank trying to finish the fight when it's not working.
stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, and he caught the kick. And he blocks the shot there. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
.90 seconds to go in the opening round. Feint right there by Burns. Oh, counters with a straight right hand. That'll work. And that left hook landed on the button. Oh, and again, shooting for a takedown. Stumped once again. Oh, trouble now.
In a lot of trouble. He's hurt very bad.
Oh, he's hurting for certain. Got to make an adjustment, I would think.
Yeah, this is the time for him to shoot for a takedown. Hoping that his opponent gets excited, overthrows, he's able to level change and take him to the mat.
All right, so the uppercuts have been a big part of the storyline in this one, but the setups have really been key for him. He's not telegraphing that strike, and the opponent hasn't been able to adjust.
He has not been able to see them. It's a very tricky punch, especially in the way that he throws it. He throws it at a time when you expect so many different strikes, but it's because he has such a vast knowledge of just finding that strike.
It's no big deal. It's not a big deal. You can handle this, but you know he's going to go after it, all right?
All right, let's now look back at some of the action from that round. He went headhunting, landed, nearly got the finish, too.
A lot of coaches tell you don't headhunt. In this case, he's been headhunting, and he landed a big enough shot to truly put his opponent on notice.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. Timely defense there. Huge block for him. Oh, man, what a connection right there. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety Bird over the top of his head. When you take a hook like that, you are on.
Oh! Well, watch for him to set up that hook again here. All right, so we'll see if he can keep this going.
Oh my goodness, hold on. Sorry, but if you pay attention, right there, a massive shot just landed.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that power one got through as well.
He better keep those hands high.
And that will do it.
Holy smokes!
That has got to feel good.
They do the special. This do the special. That was unbelievable.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 35 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Well, what else can you say about Anthony Rumble Johnson? Another big win here tonight. He's won a bonus for each of his last 5 UFC wins, all of them knockouts, by the way. And again, when